Hey everyone, happy Wednesday and good afternoon. This is Angela Kiesenbing and this is Angela Grace Celebrates Live. Welcome, and I'm going to give a few minutes to see if anybody is going to be joining us. Please hop on, and if you do come on, please share the video, hit the share button, give us some likes, give us some hearts, whatever you can. Just show me your support and let me know that you're here so I could say hello. And I just saw one like float by, so I'm gonna scoot over here, just turn my head away to the other side really quickly just so I can share this on my feed. And hey, what's up, Melody? Thanks so much for joining. I'm so excited. It's like yeah, thank you. Happy to see you live. I'm happy to be on the other side of that live. So thank you for joining. I'm just going to go ahead and share this on my personal feed, and then I will be right back. I'll be right here, but I'll be right back this way. All right. Tell me how your day is going, Melody. Let's see. And Melody just got engaged, so give her some hearts. Congratulations. Okay, there it is. I'm just gonna say, join us for Angela Grace Celebrates Live right now. Okay. I'm just going to share it in one place for now. So Melody, you said you're busy prepping for the Marketing Success Happy Hour tomorrow. Yes, that's tomorrow. I love that you host those events every month, right? That's so exciting. And you have a great group of people. So let's see. Whoops. I got my little clipboard here. And yes, every month. Okay, yeah, if you want to check that out, you can go ahead and post a link. It's Marketing Success Happy Hour, and then you also have breakfast too, right? So if you're in business and you need some marketing help, make sure you contact Marketing Melody. So thank you so much for everyone who is joining us. Let me know where you're watching from and why you are excited to be here. Somebody else just joined too, so let's see. Oops. Let me look on this on the computer. Okay. Anyways, I'm just going to go ahead and start. So thank you for joining again, and welcome to the first episode of Angela Grace Celebrates Live. Don't mind me. Juliet, hey, what's up? Oh yes, Melody, thank you. No problem. Shout for the shout out. I like sharing about different businesses and people that that I like to work with, and I like to share that with other people so that they know and are aware of how they can get help. And thank you, Juliet, for joining. I appreciate that. So, anyways, welcome and thank you for being here. It's such an honor. And I'm so excited to launch this show and talk to you about why I started Angela Grace Events, which is what this show is being sponsored by. And Angela Grace Events is all about celebrating the things that matter to you most. And that's my company. And I did a video yesterday, or a live video yesterday with my very good friend Luis Edu, and we talked about trust and how trust has kind of got me to continue to follow my passion, and my passion is event planning. And people ask me all the time, what do you like about event planning? And what it really comes down to is I love watching people celebrate, and I love helping them celebrate the things that matter most to them. And if you know me, I started event planning way back when I was in high school. I was on the Associated Student Body, or ASB. I was secretary my first year, and then commissioner of activities. Sorry about that. Janae, just hop on, join us. And my final year, so I was commissioner of activities my junior year, and then my final year I was ASB president. And through that whole experience, I was always planning events, whether it was a school dance or some kind of rally and activity, whatever it may be. And I always knew I wanted to have my own business, and I never knew that I could have a career in event planning. I always was thinking I'm going to go to the hotel side or the venue side, or working catering, and for some reason those things never really worked out for me. But I will tell you this is a true story. And I can't remember the year that this movie came out, but The Wedding Planner with J-Lo. How many of you guys watched that movie? Auntie May, thank you for joining. I can see you all the way from Philippines, right? And Tiffany, hey, what's up, Tiffany? How many of you guys have seen The Wedding Planner with J-Lo? Give me a like if you have. Okay, so that movie, I watched that movie when it came out in theaters, and I was like, oh my gosh, I could totally do that. And this is kind of the story about how my event planning career started. Yes, Juliet, you said you've seen it. I don't think I've seen that movie, but I'll add it to my list. Yes, Melody, you have to. So basically that movie came out, and I was like, I can totally do this. And around the same time, I was probably about to be engaged or get married, and I just basically took off, and I was in the middle of my bachelor's program, and I just dove in and got an event certificate, learned as much as I could about weddings, and just started planning friends and family's weddings at the same time. And that led me to open up my first business, which was Elegance is Easy Wedding and Special Event Planning. And that went on for a few years. And I'm so grateful for those experiences, because it has really led me to where I am today. And for those of you who are watching and I've done your wedding, thank you. Hey, what's up, Connie? How are you? Thanks for joining. I'm just sharing my story about how I became an event planner. So that's kind of the short story of where this all started. And as my story evolves, there's different seasons when we have our businesses. If you can relate, give me a thumbs up, give me a heart. Well, luck would have it, I kind of slowed down, and I ended up working with different agencies and production companies as I was starting a family. Because I thought that I wasn't going to have enough time for my family, I kind of was trying to stay away from events. And I just couldn't, because after I had my daughter, I started San Diego Mom's Night Out, which was another basically event planning company. And I just couldn't get away from doing events. I'm just so passionate about them and promoting them, producing them, and working with people. That's another thing, is just collaborating with all the vendors, being a part of the family that you're working with. It's just such a great feeling. Ash, hey, how you doing? Thanks for joining. So that's a little bit of my story. And after San Diego Mom's Night Out, we did some really big events for moms, getting them out and giving them the night out they deserve. I was really excited to be producing those events with friends and other mompreneurs and bloggers, and it was just such an amazing ride, and I learned so much even from that experience. And again, I had another child. And so this Francis, oh my gosh, it's so nice to see you. Thanks for joining. Oh my gosh, I haven't seen you in so long, so I'm excited. And congratulations to you. I think you just got married. So I don't see myself doing anything else so stressful but so rewarding. Yes, Tiffany, and I know you are an event planner. You work for a catering company, and you have to remind me, because I can't think of the name of it, but go ahead and drop it in the comments right now. So going back and sharing my story, I had another child, so I have 2 kids, and I just kind of jumped right in. So I've got 2 kids, and they're 3 and 7, oh, actually 4 and 7 now, but thank you, Juliet. She said you do a lot of amazing things. I really appreciate that. So do you. And so I had to take a break from that. And I feel like, it was hard. It was very challenging, but, it led me to this. And I took a break and I realized this year that I needed to trust myself and also just follow my passion. And event planning and working with other people in the industry and helping people celebrate is my passion. So thank you again for being here. A little bit about Angela Grace Events, again, is just helping other people celebrate the things that matter most. Elaine, hey, what's up? And I'm gonna come over here really quick. And our website, just so you know, is angelagraceevents.com, and the photos on there are provided by the amazing Crystal Carr from Cristela Photography. She's one of my favorite photographers that I've worked with on so many events, so I have to give her a shout out. And if you go to the event, the page, all the photos are from an event that I did this year for a friend by the name of Jen Lehner, and she's an amazing social media strategist, and she has a fun group called The Front Row, so check that out if you need some social media help or inspiration. But we did an event for it was just about 4 people, and we went all out, and it was just so beautiful. So shout out to you, Jen, for that and trusting me in doing your event. But I really believe that every day is a reason to celebrate. Thank you, Elaine, for telling me that you love my earrings. These are my favorites. I've had them for so long. I think I got them in PB, at a store in PB, and I wear them all the time. Yes, Melody, you were at that event, and you were actually the yoga instructor. So Melody is also very multi-talented. But yes, so in line with what I was saying about Melody, she's very multi-talented. I consider myself a multi-passionate mompreneur. And basically what that means is that there are so many different things that I enjoy doing. And going back, I am an event planner, but I'm also a writer. I love to blog, or I love to write, and I blog about, my family and our adventures. And we also homeschool, so there's a lot of that going on, and I just feel like for the longest time I was trying to resist it, but I'm very much embracing it this time around. So yes, every day is a reason to celebrate. Thanks for writing that in there, Melody. But really, Angela Grace Events is all about helping people celebrate the things that matter most to them, and it's really my opportunity to serve them in a way that I know how, and doing events and serving them in that capacity, whether it's promoting them or producing them. I'm here for you. And I love connecting with others. I love connecting other people with people that, with other businesses or vendors that they need to make their events successful. So I'll really quickly, if you go to our website, it's again angelagraceevents.com. I kind of built the idea of this company on 5 pillars. So celebrate. Again, every day is a reason to celebrate. Communicate with is so important in any kind of relationship, and yours and mine, is no exception. So whatever we do, however we work, it's always important that we communicate exactly, what we want out of our relationship and what you want out of an event. Collaborating is basically working with different people from different walks of life, and when it comes to your business or your wedding or special event, it's very important to collaborate with the people who fall in line with your vision. And so I'm really all about that, finding people who are going to be a great fit for your event. And community, building strong community is very important to us. And we build community by working with local companies, and like Melody. So if you're planning an event, you definitely start looking locally first, and educating. I love to teach people about how to plan a better event or how they can plan a stress-free event. And that is particularly why I started the show, to help people and to feature other brands and businesses in the industry to help you plan a successful and memorable event for yourself and for your guests. And so with that being said, one of the other things that people always ask is, do I really need an event planner? And it really is up to you, but I'm going to tell you from my side, from the planner side, it's so important to have an event planner. And if you have ever used an event planner, if you've worked with event planners, please let me know and tell me, whether you found it valuable or not, and whether your experience, about your experience. I would love to know. So why do people need an event planner? Why is it important? I think it's important because when you have an event, all of the work that you've been leading up, all of the work that you've done leading up to it is so important. But you need somebody to kind of help you keep on track and stay on track so that you can focus on the things that you're really great at. So if you're a business owner and you want to start hosting events or add events to your list of, services or products that you're doing. Hey Ray, what's up? Thanks for joining. It's important that you have somebody who knows what they're doing to help you launch those things and to help you stay on track. And also, for the most important thing for me is that when you go to your event, that you also enjoy it, because there's so many times where people will go to an event and they don't get to enjoy it because they have to work it. And if you have somebody you trust and who knows what they're doing at the event, then you can really enjoy your event and wow your guests and be there for them rather than running around and trying to figure out, why the lights went out. That's just from the top of my head. But, so that's one of the questions that I get asked all the time. Let me see if any, I'm just going to check the comments. I'm going to look over here. Okay, thank you again for joining me. I'm going to see here if there's anything that's I missed. Hopefully this doesn't start talking. Okay, so that's kind of where all of this began. And if you're just joining, I just shared about why I love event planning, why I started Angela Grace Events, and why I am now starting Angela Grace Celebrates Live. So if there are any topics about event planning that you're interested in hearing, please go ahead and leave a comment below or direct message me if you would like to be on the show, because I would love to feature you. Go ahead and direct message me also, or leave a message in the comments below. And let's see, so one thing before I go into the event questions that you need to ask yourself, and I'm going to go through those really quickly, but you can also find the free download if you go to the Angela Grace Events Facebook page. Just click on the photo, the Facebook cover photo, and you'll be able to download that once you sign up. And let's see. Oh, I was going to say that my big dream for Angela Grace Events is to one day have an event space where we can party and celebrate every day. So it might be a little bit down the road, but I just want to put it out there, because I think once I say it, and I'm holding myself accountable for making that happen. So let's see. Anybody else, tell me, what's your experience with event planners and what kind of event questions are on your mind right now? Okay, you love that dream. Thank you. And I know that you're all about manifesting those dreams too. So I'm gonna go ahead and just make sure that's gonna happen. And thank you so much, Melody, for doing that. I appreciate it. You didn't have to, but thank you. So Melody just shared the link to the cover photo where you can find the download of the questions that you need to answer before planning an event. In order to have a successful event, and that's the exact title. And I'll share it with you really quick. I don't have it printed out, but I will turn my screen around so that you can see what that looks like. I made it very pretty. And for some reason, I'm not able to do that. Melody said, in college, I had an event production company, and I always recommend creating community partners who are your go-to for different things. Yes, exactly. When you have a team behind you or people who can support you, it's so important that you can reach out to one another and share your resources, basically, right? And and then recommend each other. Hey, Louise, what's up? I just moved my phone. I was trying to turn my screen around so you could see how pretty we made the freebie, but let me just turn it around manually. Oh, that's what it looks like. Okay. Can't stay, but wanted to just say hey. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'm so excited that you're here. And thank you for your support. Okay, I'm trying to fix that. Okay. Okay, there it goes. I can't get it quite straight again where I was. But anyways, so we've got questions you need to answer in order to have a successful event. Love you too, Louise. Have a good night. And if you have any questions, again, you know, just let me know. Go ahead and share them in the comments below. But event planning success. Event planning success starts with a good foundation, okay? And I'm going to go through these really quick, and maybe I can talk about it again in another episode, but I really wanted to at least give you some event planning tips and nuggets to take away with you on our first show. So before planning a successful event, it's really important that you ask the who, what, when, why, how questions. And I'm going to tell you in a specific order how I like to run through them with my clients and just basically with anybody who is planning an event. Because when you set the foundation, then you are setting yourself up for success. Okay, so the first question you're going to ask is, why? Why are you holding this event? And this goes in line with what is your purpose for the event. And when defining your purpose, make sure that it aligns with your original business goals or your personal goals. If you're having a social event like a wedding or a birthday party, you know, think about what is close to your heart. If you're a business and you are it's really important for you to connect with the community. You know, just understand that your why you're holding the event is going to be in line with your vision and your personal goals. So it's important to remember that. And you want to just make sure you achieve those throughout the event. And so the next thing would be what? What do you want to do at this event? What are you going to do at this event? Is there an underlying theme? Is there a certain type of decor that you want? Is there a branded feel that you want to incorporate? And branded doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to have your logo splashed everywhere, but it could just be incorporating your colors, incorporating your story, and incorporating that in the type of food that you serve and the drinks, maybe having a signature cocktail. That's always fun. And what kind of value are you going to be providing? You know, what's the most important thing that your guests, your viewers, the people who attend your event, what is the most important thing that they are going to get out of it? Because, you know, when people come to the event, they're always thinking, what's in it for me, right? Of course, are they going to support a local cause? Are they going to learn something? You know, finding out or writing down why and what your purpose is, and then what you're going to be providing at that event is going to help set that foundation for you and keep you moving towards the planning process. Nicole, hey, what's up? Thanks for joining. And then again, if you guys think this is interesting and valuable, please feel free to go ahead and hit that share button, give me some likes, and stick around. So thank you for everyone who's here. I appreciate it. And then going back to the list of questions, we have why, what, and now who. Who is going to be a part of your event? And who's going to be a part of your event? You want to think about the people. It's always about, you know, not necessarily, you know, I take that back. Think about the people that you want to attract at your event. And then who do you want to be there? What kind of partners are you going to collaborate with? And what's your client profile? So maybe you're doing an event, and I'm just going to say this because I'm working on an event right now with Lucy Lamp of Sexy Mama Movement. We're hosting an event on September 30th for moms, and it's for 100 moms who would like to come out and enjoy a day out and feel free to be sexy and confident in their own skin. Hey, what's up, Chris? How you doing? Thanks for joining. So in that case, we're looking for moms in business who want to have a day out, who need that time to rejuvenate, to have self-care, and who really want to make great connections, right? So you're always thinking about, what is my client or what is my attendee profile going to look like? And again, in who you're going to have at your event, you want to make sure that you're thinking about your stakeholders as well, people who are going to attend the event, but also maybe possibly make money off of this event, who are the people that you're going to be serving. So think about attendees, sponsors, exhibitors, partners, and so on. Hey, a long time no see, but thanks for joining. I'm so excited you're here. Melody says, I have to jump, but we'll catch later. Congrats on the live show launch. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thanks for all your help too. I'll be in touch soon. So we got, why are you holding the event? What are you going to do at this event? And then who will be a part of it, okay? And so we've got 3 more to go, and then we can wrap up. But, oh, I didn't know that. Congrats. Ah, yes. When you hit congrats, the balloons, and then when you hit XOXO, it's hearts. You learn something new every day with Facebook, right? So when will your event be held? And this might seem very these self-explanatory, but you want to think about, okay, when am I going to hold this event? And Ray's asking about tips on birthday parties. I'll get to that in just a minute. Let me just finish this thought. So when are you going to hold your event? Think about the type of event you're having. Look at a community calendar or a city calendar and make sure that you're not going to be hosting this event around something that's bigger than what you're doing. Or, make sure it's not happening around a time that might affect your type of attendees because they might not show up. So just take into consideration, the time of year, the time of day, and what your attendees are going to look like. And consider holidays, other special events that are going around where your event is going to be held, and really just think about how that's going to affect your attendance, and maybe even logistically, like if there's going to be a big parade going on while you're having an event, it might affect your load in and load out times. So let's see. Ray says tips on birthday parties. What kind of tips exactly? Like, do you want to know? Do you have a specific, I'm trying to think, birthday parties? Where do you want your birthday party held? Because that's the number one thing. When is your birthday too, so I can give you a shout out when that comes around. Let me think about that a little bit more. And then, so you've got why, what, who, when, where, and where your event's going to be held. So I want to have my birthday party at the beach. No big, just close friends. Not too big. Yeah, of course. Okay, so with birthday parties, oh my goodness, it's just like planning a big event, right? But if it's not, you said not too big. If it's going to be at the beach, make sure you scope out the place beforehand. Figure out where you want your event, your birthday party to be held. Make sure you get a list of all the things that you want, like all the food that you're going to bring. Are you going to be having a barbecue? Are you going to make it a potluck? Are you going to have it catered? If you're going to have it catered, you're going to have to talk to, you're going to have to find out if there's any city regulations, and might have to take out a permit for the day with some of the local beaches. I know that's true. But if you're just going to go out and set up a tent, Chris, oh my gosh. Hey, what's up? I miss you. Oh my gosh, I worked with Chris at a production company, and she was one of my mentors. So thank you so much for being here. It means a lot. And so tell me, she's an event planner, a producer extraordinaire too. Oh my gosh, she does amazing things. And also a mom, so I'm excited to have her here. So Ray, like I said, just scope out the place, get there early. If you don't want to be there early, have somebody else set up for you. And, just invite your friends ahead of time so that they know, give them what they need to know, set up the expectations, send out your invitations. And then I just feel like this goes out for any type of event. You have to set those expectations and then let them know, when it's going to happen, where it's going to be. And if you don't know exactly where it's going to be on the day of because it's at the beach, make sure you have your text messages or your Facebook event page set up so that you can share all those details when in one place so that people who are looking know where to look and know where to go. I know, like, for me, sometimes it's hard to answer text messages because you're planning the event or you're getting food or you're getting things ready. So maybe even Facebook events is a great place to kind of have your information for that type of a party. So I hope that helps, Ray. Let me know. Thanks for asking that great question. And happy birthday if it's coming up. So, okay, I was at where? Where is your event going to be held? Like, for example, Ray said it's going to be at the beach. Imagine what kind of space that you want to have. Imagine what your event is going to look like when you walk in. Oh, no problem. When you walk in, how do you want your guests and yourself to feel? So, I usually do this exercise. Just close your eyes, think of your event, and pretend you are walking in and you are, the food is over here. People are dancing. What do you want to see? Imagine what your event is going to look like. And if you can do that, you're going to become so excited. Your ideas are going to come rolling in, and they might be bigger than you want them to, but that's okay because you can always figure out how to make it happen. Sochi, what's up? Thanks for joining. I'm so glad that you're here. We're just talking about the questions that you need to ask yourself to have a successful event. So I'm so excited that you're here. If you have any tips, I think if I remember correctly, you're also in the event industry too, right? Okay. And the last thing, and also one of the most important things is how are you going to produce and promote this event that you're having? You have all these great ideas. You have your vision. You know who you want to be at your event. You know when it's going to be. You know where it's going to be. And now you just need to figure out, how am I going to make this happen? Hire me. Just kidding, only a little bit. But, think about how you're going to produce and promote your event. So what resources do you have that are going to make this event amazing, right? So this goes back to thinking about, okay, how do I want to be celebrated? How do I want this product to be celebrated? How do I want my business to be celebrated? How do I want my wedding to be? Just thinking about all of those little details and how are you going to make them come together. So the other thing is, that's where the community comes in. Okay, who can I reach out to? Who are you going to collaborate with? They're going to come together and band and make sure that you have the best event possible. Because people in the event industry, I tell you, they are so passionate about what they do, whether it's flowers, food, event planning, their venue, their rentals. They are going to be there and act like it's their own event. Sorry, I'll give 1 minute. Sorry. Okay, and I got to wrap this up because my room is going to be filled with people soon. So what's your budget? So think about how much money do you have? Be honest and make sure you leave room for incidentals or any unexpected things that might come up. What's your ideal event and marketing strategy? And if you're not familiar with those things, we can also help you with that because we do help promote events as well. And how can you mix it up with what you're currently working on? So what kind of things what kind of promotions are you working on right now where your event might be able to fit in and they're already promoting that? What tools do you have to promote your event? What kind of people and bandwidth do you have? Do you have an email list, Facebook group, partners? How are you going to get the word out there? So those are the 5 questions that you need to ask yourself. What's a typical event budget for an event? Elaine is asking. It really just depends on what type of event you're having. It's going to be different for, say, a nonprofit because they solely, are going to depend on donors or possibly donations, maybe whether it's monetary or in-kind donations. And in-kind just means that they're giving things to support the event. And then for weddings, it really depends on, you know, how much you personally have to give, or your parents or your fiance, you know, how much you're willing to provide. So those are some of the things that you need to think of when planning an event. So as far as budget, it just really depends on the size. Of course, if you have more people, it's going to be a higher budget. It's going to be more money, more resources. If it's a smaller event, you might not need as many resources. Thank you. Okay, you have to run. And thank you very much on the tips. Oh, I love you too. Thanks so much. Have a wonderful evening. So I'm just going to wrap this up. If you have any more questions, go ahead. Share them with me. I'd love to answer them. I'm just going to go recap. So the questions that you need to ask to have a successful event are: why are you holding this event? What are you going to be doing at this event? Who do you want to be a part of this event? When will your event be held? Where will your event be held? And how will you produce this and promote this event or your event, right? So thank you so much to everybody who came out here on Facebook Live and joined me for the launch of this event. I really hope that this show will grow and that you will find some value in it. Share it with your friends. Come and join me if you have some tips, or if you have a venue or a company that is in the event industry that you would like to share with the world or Facebook. Please let me know, because I definitely want to feature you and highlight you. Thank you. Direct message me or go ahead and leave a comment below. And if you're watching, you know, go ahead and go to the Angela Grace Events page and download the guide that I just went through right now and use it as a resource. Tell me what you think, and if there are other resources that you need, let me know and I will create those for you. And in the meantime, if you know of anyone who needs an event planner to help produce and promote their event, please feel free to recommend them. I'm working on a referral program, so if you refer someone, you will get $100 and they will get $100 off of their planning. So let me know what you think. And again, you know, thanks so much. Thanks so much for, you know, joining me here today. There's 12 of us, and I wish I could see who's on there. Chris, thank you again for joining. Oh my goodness. It only shows me 3 people, but I can't see the rest of you. But thank you so much for being here. I'm so appreciative about it, because you could be somewhere else, but you're here, and I'm really, really grateful for that. And so if you don't have any more questions, you know, just let me know what you think. Follow Angela Grace Events on Facebook, and let me see. I feel like I'm missing something, and maybe not. Okay, I don't think I'm missing anything, right? But thank you for, you know, letting me share my passion with you and letting me share some tips with you. And again, if there's anything you need, please let me know. Again, we are on every other Wednesday, every second and fourth Wednesday of the month at 3 p.m. And I will see you soon. Thanks so much and have a wonderful evening. Make every day a celebration, okay? All right. Thank you.